Good evening and welcome to my channel. Today we have a Bobcat and we're going to be working on the power Tatch. It's a hydraulic release cylinder that releases the bucket whenever you get done using it. You want to swap the bucket out, you just push this button and this little hydraulic cylinder goes and detaches the bucket. And also when the bucket's installed, it push the button again and it locks the bucket in place, or whatever power attachment you're going to use. If you have a breaker or if you have a like a backhoe attachment or whatever you have, this little cylinder here will lock it in place with a button, and it works on hydraulic fluid. And this one here leaks a lot, so we're going to take it off right now and then I'm going to take it in the shop and rebuild it. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to release these lines. This line here and this line here, we're going to take it off. It'll be a 3/4 and 11/16 backup wrench. So we'll go ahead and take those off first. Okay. Shouldn't be much fluid in it because it's been leaking like crazy. So there won't be much in it. One line off. And we'll get the second one. I guess it's a little bigger. What size is that? There we go. This one here is a 7/8. It's probably been changed before. Okay. Almost off. Okay, now both lines are off. We got to remove this nut here and this nut right here, and the cylinder should come right off. It is a 9/16. Should just be a bolt straight through. Okay. One bolt out. We'll put it right here. Actually put it inside so it won't get lost. Okay. Lift right up. See that? Let's get the other one. Been on there a while, so it's probably tight. There we go. Okay, the washer and the bolts, we'll put them up here so they won't get lost. Okay. This one should lift out. There we go. That cylinder is off. We'll take the oil out of it, so it won't be all over my shop there. I'll pull it out. Okay, should be good. We'll take it inside and rebuild it. Okay, we got it in here. We're ready to go. You see, I put this pipe here so it won't move. To lock it down. With this pipe and then this pipe. Now, we do have this spanner wrench fits in these two holes to break it free. But first, we gotta break it free with the pipe wrench, because that thing will not break it free. It's not enough leverage. So the first thing I'm gonna do is put it on there, lock it on, hold it down till we can break it free. Okay, now it's loose. Won't need the pipe wrench anymore until we get ready to tighten it up. Okay, so see, we got these two pickles right here, and those are what actually hooks on. Two little holes in here, so we put them in there. Now that it's loose, we can turn it. Take this off now also. Don't need it anymore right now. Until we get ready to put it back together. So, now it should come off. Very easy. Okay. There. And this tool here is adjustable. With this right here for big cylinders and small cylinders. You can buy them online on Amazon or any hydraulic shop. Any place they sell tools. Okay, so remove this. That's it. So now, move this out of the way, take a look at it. It looks good inside. You want to look inside and see if there's any broken pieces, any scarring or anything like that. But I can see it's good. No broken metal in there, and it's not scarred up. If you're not familiar with these, you want to take a picture of how it is so you can get it back the same way you took it off. But it's pretty simple. Not much science in it. So what we're going to do now is move this piece over to here. We'll have to put this back in, because we'll have to pull off this nut right here to get off this part. So put that in there like that. Let me get the wrench, take that off, I'll be right back. Okay, let's try it again. I got this on there, I got this cheater bar here, cheater bar down here, I got the wrench on there. And we'll just try it like this, so we can loosen it up a bit. There we go. This bolt will have Loctite on it, so it'll be very tight. This one anymore. It is off. Okay. So I'll take this nut, sit it like that, and see how it goes back on. This part goes on the inside, so we'll sit it down there like that. So it won't get mixed up. Goes on like that. This piece comes off next, and then this piece here. The one on the inside is the main one that leaks. That's the pressure seal. Okay, this one here is the wiper seal. Cleans the cylinder off as you pull it back in. So we'll pull off first the wiper seal without sticking the finger. Okay. Yeah, it's been in there a while, so it came off in pieces. I'll take that off, clean it off a bit. Make sure you get every bit of it out though. I'm going to leave any of it in there. If you leave any of it in there, the new seal won't seat properly and it'll damage it. Okay. Okay. I'll take off these next. See this here? Let me grab the seals. And then we'll put them on one at a time. Okay, I have here the kit. With that, it's part number 7138014. And this is the bucket release. They call it the Power Tatch seal kit from the Power Tatch hydraulic seal. And what this cylinder does is it unlocks the bucket so you can remove the bucket or whatever kind of attachment you have on it. So what we're going to do first is take off these two here. As you can see on the front, you got the round seal, and right next to it you got the backing seal. So the backing seal goes toward the cap, and the rubber seal goes toward the pressure. So there's no confusion. Off. And these are actually good. This particular seal here is not bad, but since we have new ones, we'll go ahead and change it. Okay. And to make it a little easier to put on, we'll add a little bit of hydraulic oil. The backing seal, we'll put it on first. It's backed. Then we'll get the rubber O-ring and put it on there as well. Next. Yep, that's the brown one that came off. There we go. Then we'll take this one off here. That's to seal the end cap. So it won't leak out the ends. We'll take that off as well. Put this one on. Here, so put it on this way first. All the way to the back. Make sure we got dirt off of it first. Okay, so all the outside seals are done. Now there's one more seal. The main seal that leaks, which is the pressure seal, which is the one on the inside right there. Let's see if you can see that pressure seal in there. A little bit. Okay, I'm going to take it out. And this is the one that leaks mostly. The one that it's bad. It's all dry rot. And it's coming out in pieces because it's already dry rot. I don't know about dry rot. It's not dry and there's oil, but it's no good. It's out. That's it. I want to make sure we get all the old pieces out. Not leave anything in there. All clean. Okay. Okay. So this here is your pressure seal right here. You see the spring on it? See how you get a closed side and an open side? The open side always goes toward the pressure. This is the end cap. There's no pressure on that side. The pressure is always coming from the inside. So this open side always goes toward the pressure, toward the inside. So we're going to put this in first. You just got to bend it a little bit. Push it down with your finger in there and kind of maneuver it into place. But first, you want to put some hydraulic oil on it so it slides in there easy. You don't want to get stuck halfway or something. So I always like to put hydraulic oil in it. Make it easier to pop in there. Okay. It's in there almost. Let's push it back. Oops. Almost. Small hole, big fingers. There we go. And just kind of push it in there. There you go. It is in there. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but it is in there. See it good. Okay. The one that's left over is the wiper seal. This here is the wiper seal. And what this one does, as a cylinder, this little rod goes back in, it cleans all of the mud and everything else off of the end of the cylinder. That's not good. Chinese stuff. Okay, anyway, put a little bit of hydraulic oil on it so it'll slide in there easily. That's already drenched in there. So, oops, wrong one. Anyway, how can you see that? Good. Okay, so we'll put this one in now. Just kind of slide it in the hole. Don't want to, but force it. And just kind of push it in. There you go. Make sure it's good and lubricate it. Okay. Grab a rag here. Now, I'm going to do a little bit of oil on the shaft. Put this back on. This goes toward the pressure, of course. So, this goes back on this way. And that's about all it is for this one. Just slide it on there. I want to clean this shaft a little bit because it's a little bit. It doesn't really move that often. This is only operating when you. This shaft here only actually operates when you're going to remove the bucket, or you're going to add a auger or something like that. You're going to change the attachment. It's just the only time you'll even use this cylinder. Most of the time it just sits there. It doesn't even operate. Unless it has some issues. Okay. Next, put this back on. And this is so the cylinder can't go all the way. The cylinder's probably a little bit longer than it needs to be. This will stop it so it doesn't bottom out. It only goes so far, and then it stops. And this part goes in like this, but first, we got to replace this seal. Now this seal usually causes problems. This type of seal here, when you take it off, this one we're going to replace because we have one over here. It's actually nothing wrong with it. We don't really have to replace it because it looks pretty good actually. This is the new one. And the deal with these is when you pull this off, to put this one on, you got to stretch it out a little bit. It stays stretched out. So you got to put a clamp on it and clamp it down. Let it sit there for a while so it will regain its size again. But you can see it's above that. But since we have a new one, we're going to go ahead and replace it. It's already bigger than the hole. It's already bigger than it's supposed to be. So I want to make sure this is right. That's it. Okay, we'll go ahead and replace it since we have a new one. So okay, it broke off, so it was no good anyway. And this one we're going to lubricate a little bit. And then we're going to slide it on from this side as much as we can. Okay, now this one here does lose its shape, so it gives you a pain in the butt to put it back on because it once you have to stretch it to put it on, it stays stretched. So then you have to squeeze it and hold it in place for a while so it can grab its new shape. Back. Okay, go on there, baby. See, this one is one of the worst ones. Okay, it's already in the hole there. See, it's in there, but see, it stayed stretched out. See how big it is? It's all stretched out. So now we got to push it back in. And it easily regains its shape, but I'm going to have to get a hose clamp and screw it down and hold it down for a while. See, it's actually going back in this way. But we'll try it here. Okay. Got it smashed down quite a bit. I've been squeezing with my hands instead of the clamp, and it's going back, getting to its original shape. It's pretty tight now. Okay, so see how it's tapered on one side right there? Tapered side goes in, and the nut goes on the outside. And then this one was a 15/16. Now let's put it up like this. There we go. Get it on there. That nut has kind of a Loctite on it, so it's a little bit harder to turn. That's a good thing. So it won't come loose. There we go. Still going in there. Tighten it back up. There we go. Okay. It's all the way on there. Set it back down. This cheetah bar. Back on it. So we can tighten it up. Good and tight. I don't want it to come off. Okay. That ought to do it. Get this out of the way. Okay. Now, what I want to do is lubricate this part good so nothing gets stuck. Lubricate that and lubricate that. Then kind of push it down in there. There we go. There she goes. Down in there. Put it on by hand first. Make sure you get it threaded properly. Okay. Now I'm going to put it down and use this. Okay. Okay, it's already touched. So now I'm going to get the pipe wrench to snug it down and make sure it doesn't come loose. Okay, so far this side of the way for a minute. That under there. This one here. And like this. Okay. Open it up a little bit. There we go. Locks. There it goes. Okay, that's locked up. That is tight. Okay. And that is all there is to it. Thank you all for watching my video. I really appreciate it. If you have a chance, give me a thumbs up, please. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. And we'll see you in the next video.